Hello, everybody. Hello, my people. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon from South Texas, RGV, Brownsville, Texas. Buenas tardes a todos. I'm going to help you make a better educated decision when it comes to people offering you life insurance. Okay, this is what they're more likely going to cover. Okay, usually there's a variations of these, and now I want you to think about it. Like, ask yourself, why would I want life insurance? Why would I want life insurance? What is it going to do for me? Isn't it just for the people that when I die, it's going to take care of them? Well, yes, right? But did you know that you can use it while you're still alive? If you didn't know that, and we're going to go through this together, okay? All right, check this out. So here we have two types of life insurance generally, and we have the option of term policy. We have the option of permanent policy, right? Term has a low cost, usually expires. Permanent has more costs, it costs more, and it grows in value, right? So let's say that if you start with a death benefit of $100,000, maybe it's going to grow to $150,000 as an example. If you have something that doesn't expire, it tells you right there. If you were thinking about having it for your future, that you want to lock in a rate right now, and that way you don't have to worry about it in the future because you were young, then something like this, you lock in a price right now, you're young, it's going to cost you way less than if you get it at age 60 when you're going to expire, when you're getting close to expiration. Once you make a decision on where you want to go out of these, term is very straightforward. You're going to get it for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, low cost, high coverage usually, but it expires, right? It's going to give you after those 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it expires. And then ask yourself this question: what do you think happens if it expires and you want to renew it because you're now 50, 60 years of age? I had this lady, one of the clients that I went out to in Port Isabel, and she has a business, and she was telling me, Abram, I want my life insurance policy. I don't know why they stopped charging me for this policy. I used to have it through the bank. They just suddenly stopped, and I was only paying $50 a month. I said, okay, how much was the coverage? It was about $250,000. I said, well, do you have a statement? And once I looked at the statement, under it said that it was a term policy. So when it expired, she didn't know that it expired. She was under the impression that it was going to be there forever. But when it expired, now she's left without coverage. And because she wants to renew it and she's older now, it's going to be way more expensive than those $50 that she was paying initially. Okay. So that's term policy. If you make a decision that you're looking into a permanent policy, something that is not going to expire, this one is going to cost more. It grows in value. It doesn't expire, like I mentioned. So if you make a decision on permanent policy, what are the options there? Well, you have a whole life, and then you have a universal life. So something like a savings plan within the actual policy. And here you have cash value. That's what they call it. So you have three types of interest crediting strategy. So how do you want this cash value to grow within your policy? Because now you found out that you have a savings within your policy, right? And if you have a savings within your policy, I mean, you want that money to grow, right? So how do you want it to grow? So you have three options. Generally, you have a fixed option, you have a variable option, and then you have an indexed interest option. So, and I have them here set up like this because when you have a whole life policy, you can get it with a fixed interest. It can be a locked in rate of return, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4%. You can have a variable whole life, meaning that it mirrors the stock market. Market goes up, you make money. Market goes down, you also experience that. But you have more of a potential to make money here. You're at a potential high return, but you're also at a little bit of a risk. Okay. And this you can pair these up. You can have a permanent policy with the variable interest, right? And now the other type of permanent policy you have is a universal policy here, and it can be indexed interest. Means that when the market goes up, you're not directly invested into the stock market. You're not directly in there. So indexing means that every time that the market goes up, it only mirrors it when it goes up, because these insurance companies, they invested for you. And when the market goes down, you have something that's called the 0% floor. So you don't actually experience the losses, right? Worst case scenario, you're not going to make any interest that year when it does go down. But best case scenario is that when the market goes up next year, you're going to make that money now too. So you can make an indexed universal life, and I know that there's a lot of people talking about these right now. You can have a variable interest universal life, means that, and there will be a VUL, IUL, VUL. So that means that when the market goes up, you make money. When the market goes down, you also participate there. And then you can also have a fixed universal life, fixed rate of return, 1, 2, 3, 4%. And that's how you're going to be growing the savings within this policy. So if this helps you out and it helps you think of, okay, Abram, I didn't know that there was 3 different ways that I can grow the savings that I have in my permanent policy. I know that I have a permanent policy, but I didn't know that I can actually choose how I want to grow it. So if you have any questions about it, if there's any clarity that you would want in your policy, you want a second opinion, we can definitely help you out. Go ahead and reach out and we will gladly look at it for you at no fees. We don't do consultation fees. We'll help you clarify what it is that you already have. If anything else, I hope you learned something from this. That's the whole point, to help you understand what's out there for you. Okay, if nothing else, my name is Abram Caballero. It hasn't changed from when I started this video. Excellent day, take care, stay blessed.